So hello my friends, I welcome all of you 101,000 star seeds, light workers and wanderers to this session. I have channeled the Pleiadians today in order to ask about queries which were raised on my YouTube channel as well as raised by all of you. Many of you sent me the questions, so I thank you all for that. So basically the questions are as follows. The first is regarding the energy update for the month of March. What kind of energy can we expect at this time, and what type of shifts we can feel in this time? You'll understand about that, which has been shared by the Pleiadians. And the other one is regarding the Looking Glass event, which we can expect for the month of March. So as far as I understood, this is very important for us to overcome this Looking Glass event, because specifically it is targeting wanderers and light workers and those people who can have higher effect on raising the planet's vibration, and you'll understand how we can do so as well. And the other thing is about, I asked them about the difference between space-time and time-space, because many of us, we have been confused with the terminology they use. Many times they use space-time and sometimes they use time-space. So I wanted to clarify, like what do they really mean. So the meaning of space-time and time-space, which may be different in their terms, has been shared. It may be different in terms of their understanding, because we as human beings, we have limited knowledge of only the third density knowledge, and the Pleiadians, they shared what they meant by space-time and time-space. So you'll understand the difference between the two. The other one is, you'll understand about the most effective ascension method that you can use in your daily life, in your daily working life. So let's just say you are waking up, and then throughout your wake up time you're not doing meditation or anything. So what kind of practices can be done when you are in your waking state, when you are doing your work, or when you are doing something else? What kind of spiritual practice can be done? So this is a wonderful method which is absolutely amazing and mind-blowing. If you try this, I promise you, you will have a shift in your vibration. And that's it for today in this session. So before the session begins, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining me on my Patreon channel, because we also have a meditation for this Looking Glass event. We need to work together. We need to try to protect the planet, which we will do. So hopefully if you want to take part in the meditations, because my because in my Patreon my internet works really well. In my YouTube, the thing is, I cannot do live streams because it lags, it cuts out in the middle and stuff. And I want to say thank you to all of you for liking this video, because I believe it will help the algorithm to spread it to wanderers, light workers and other star seeds who may need this information. With that being said, enjoy the session, my friends.
We are the Pleiadians, and we are now communicating through the vibrations of this instrument at this time for the proper understanding of the human collective consciousness queries that are presented today. Through this channel, we shall bring forth our message and address the queries that are in order. However, the understanding of the queries must be in such a way that the so-called aspects of experience must be firstly validated by accepting those thought forms to be true only if they resonate deeply with the inner heart of the self, and thereby leaving behind those thoughts which do not resonate. If they do not find any truth within the inner heart. Furthermore, we the Pleiadians have been requested an energy update for the time of around March, as known by your people in your language terms. Based on our observations of the cosmic patterns and the energetic flow of rhythm of vibration, we can sense that the month of so-called Mars in your space-time identification terms in the year 2023 may bring a powerful shift in the collective consciousness and a deepening of spiritual awareness. The energies of this time periods may encourage the people of your planets to connect to their inner selves and explore their true purpose and let go of the old patterns and belief systems of the societal memory complex that no longer serves each mind, body, and spirit complex. At the same time, the energies of March 2023 may also bring many types of challenges and turbulence, as the process of transformation can be difficult and uncomfortable. It is, however, important for individuals to remain grounded, remain centered and focused on their spiritual vision, while remaining open to the unexpected twists and turns that may arise in the planetary consciousness. Furthermore, we the Pleiadians must state that the energies of March may be intense and transformative experience, bringing multiple opportunities for evolution, growth, and a spiritual awakening to a deeper level. However, as always, it is up to each individualized mind-body-spirit complex to embrace these energy patterns and use them to their fullest potential. Furthermore, this will allow many mind, body, and spirit complexes to receive energies that will allow it to enter into higher states of vibrations by the choice of energetic patterns that will be accepted by the self. This will hence already allow the entities to receive and enter into higher states of vibration, which has already started in the planetary sphere. This may lead to changes in the energy and emotional patterns of many mind-body-spirit complexes on the Earth planet, which will lead the entity to enter into the emotional system of higher vibrational states of consciousness. The other query pertains to what is the next Looking Glass event for the month of March 2023, and how can the people of the Earth planet stop it? We the Pleiadians must state that the month of March will have the galactic center, or the central sun, as identified by the people of your planet, will send light codes towards Earth, as a massive energy will shift all entities into the state of enlightenment. The energy vibrations that will come forth at this space-time of around March 26th in your space-time continuum, since it lines with the so-called timing of the planet's precession into the next sub-octave on its ascension journey towards the new Earth. This is a type of micro evolution, or a push into the higher vibration, but will have immense effects on the planetary vibration and consciousness. Furthermore, the so-called negative entities cannot be seen tampering with this current space-time continuum, but are doing so with the past space-time continuum, which means that they are trying to use the Akashic records of the past timelines of each individualized mind, body, and spirit complex to use the information to create a system that may be considered as a technological, artificial intelligent technology that may be used by the so-called Orion entities and their other social memory counterparts to use the software or artificial technology known as the operating systems, which is found within many of your so-called devices. These devices will be used as a type of tool that will scan the mind complex of each entity who comes in contact with such devices. For example, those entities who use the device of so-called as the mobile phones by your people will find their mind complex being read by this device, and the thought forms will be transmitted and collected in a database by the Orion social memory complex, or for further understanding of how to influence each mind-body-spirit complex. This furthermore implies that they will not only collect information from the ongoing space-time vibration, but as per the looking glass artifact, they will also collect information from the past timelines, and in turn try to change the planet's vibration patterns by reading the mind complex vibration thought forms of each entity. Their primary aim, as per the looking glass artifact, is to stop the so-called wanderers in the Earth planet from reaching a higher state of vibration, the state which may be considered as the state of the vibration of love and above. This means that as per the scale of your consciousness chart, if the wanderers are stuck below this level, they will no longer be able to affect the planetary vibration in a positive manner. Therefore, this is their desire, as the Orions are desirous of stopping the wanderers having incarnated on the Earth planet, including the Indigo Childrens, as known by your people, to prevent them from entering into higher states of consciousness by understanding their mind patterns and movements of thought forms, and in turn they will try to entangle these entities inside the same types of thought forms by giving them unending stimulation in the form of the same types of thought forms which they usually entangle themselves into. Thereby all the wanderers and other light worker entities are requested to use the vibration of love and light, and to stop this event from occurring. The process of emptiness of the mind may be practiced by practicing the emptiness of the mind as if a robotic entity were present inside their mobile phones or other devices scanning their brain complex. They must be very cautious of thinking even on the inside of their own mind complex. Therefore, no thoughts and no vibration of sound or thought form is advised at this time. If the event is to be stopped, the so-called collection of data of thought forms must be prevented at this time. Furthermore, at the period of around March 26th, it is also requested that all those entities desirous of protecting the Earth planet can use the vibration of inner silence and unite together their consciousness into the consciousness stream of the one infinite creator and shield the Earth planet with the love and light vibration through the process of meditation. Furthermore, in this space-time, the so-called Ashtar command entities are going to enter the Mars planet again. Furthermore, this is being done for the purpose of trying to prevent the looking glass event from the Orion entities to collect information of thought forms from various entities by using their technologies and artificial intelligence software. Furthermore, the entities known as the Ashtar Command may enter inside the planet Mars and try to send love and light energies to the planet Mars. Furthermore, the souls who may have been chosen to incarnate on the Earth planet at this time, especially the wanderers, may be targeted in the so-called month of March. Therefore, we the Pleiadians send warning to humanity for the purpose of protecting each with the vibration of love lights. This means that the so-called energy fluctuations in the planet have started and will affect all entities who are desirous of protecting the planet's vibration. Therefore, the other query which has been placed pertains to the understanding of what is the difference between space-time and time-space. We as the Pleiadians must state that the people of your planets have been using the concept of space-time and time-space interchangeably. However, as per our understanding, space and time refers to the experience which is measured in terms of a four-dimensional continuum, which consists of spaces of 3 dimensions and 1 dimension of time, which are linked together and cannot be separated. Furthermore, in this regard, time is considered as a dimension, just like the 3 spatial dimensions. Further, the so-called understanding of space-time is that which we refer to, wherein there is a amount of space that is inconceivable in the form of the universe. However, the time may be limited in the form of a certain limited amount of incarnations, length or timeline. Therefore, we refer to the life on the third density planetary spheres as space and time. Furthermore, the other aspects related with time-space primarily refers to the opposite, which pertains to the understanding that there is a vantage point of above the time-space continuum, wherein the times of all future timeline as well as past timelines can be entered into or chosen to be experienced. However, there is a lack of the infinite amounts of space. In the time-space realm, there is an infinite amount of time, and depending upon the time chosen, the space or the appropriate time-space will arise. Furthermore, we must state that this is our understanding of these concepts. Further, we the Pleiadians shall now answer the final query related with the most effective ascension method that can be used during the so-called working days. We, the Pleiadians, must state that during your so-called working daytime, or the time wherein your left brain activity is high, the process of consciousness system can be used, wherein the so-called stream of light of consciousness can be used as a system of awareness, wherein the lights of inner consciousness can be felt by becoming aware of its movement in a pattern inside the mind complex. The movement may be from one side to another in a system as known by a people as the circle of consciousness, as the inner light of consciousness moves in a circle from one location to the other. This movement may be tracked by your conscious awareness, and once this inner light of consciousness is tracked properly, there is a combination of creation of an inner understanding and awareness. Furthermore, this method will allow each mind-body-spirit complex who practice this aspect to create a connection with the divine inner consciousness, and will allow the inner stream of light inside the mind complex to be balanced in a way that will allow for a higher level of inner balance within the self. Therefore, we the Pleiadians must state that this is all we can share at this space-time. Hence we leave you now, beloveds. Bye.
So after watching the session, I hope you have gained some understanding of what they have said in the session, and I will tell you what I understood from the session. The session is amazing. Basically, what they have said about the energy update for March. We can, expect in the month of March, there will be a lot of energies, and a powerful shift in the collective consciousness is happening. I sense that what they have said is there will be a process of transformation, and sometimes the process of transformation may not be as easy as expected. It may be sometimes difficult because we may face catalysts, we may face certain changes in our life cycle, but also we can overcome that, and then hopefully we will enter into higher states of vibration. So the month of March is going to be a period of awakening to a higher level of consciousness, as per what the Pleiadians said. And also what they have said is that in the month of March, the galactic center or the central sun will send light codes to assist us at this time. And also, the light codes are coming in order to help us reach the stage of enlightenment. And at this time, the so-called negative entities, they do not want this to happen. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to use artificial intelligence technologies that are embedded in mobile phones and stuff like that. So if you have a mobile phone, if you use any kind of device, there is this software which is the operating system, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to read your mind. So if you're using your phone like this, you're using it, they will try to read your mind. Even if you're not speaking out loud, they will be able to read your patterns and stuff like that, and they are trying to collect your data. So if you are a wanderer or a light worker, it is vitally important that you learn to remain blank, so that you do not have any thought forms, so they cannot read you. At all times, they said that this month it is vitally important that you just learn to clear your mind, as if this mobile phone or device or whatever you use may try to read your thoughts and collect it in a database, so they can use it later on to trap us into the same loop of thought forms we usually think about. And I feel that this is very important for us to master. And also what they have said is that the energy that is coming in will allow many of us to experience enlightenment. So I believe if we practice this method, as well as we are cautious of not thinking too much, because the data is being collected by this device, by the phones and stuff, we'll protect ourselves from any kind of harm which may arise from that. And the other thing that they have said is we can stop the event, by the way, they have said, by doing a meditation on March. I believe they said 26th of March. So I'm going to host a meditation on my Patreon. If you want to, you can join. You can clear your mind with our intention. We can join together, and then we can protect the planet like we have always done before. And also, the difference between space-time and time-space has been covered. So basically, the difference is that what they've said is like space and time, as far as I understood, is like this. Space-time refers to this type of dimension wherein we have length, breadth, and height, and there is time. So time is the fourth dimension. And what they said is, when they are saying space-time, they are referring to infinite amount of spaces, but the time is limited. So like, for example, we live in a space-time reality. That's why they say in your space-time continuum, right? So because this is space, we have infinite space, there's infinite universe, but we have limited time. If you want to go to Mars, we cannot go there fast enough because we have limited amount of time. However, there is the other one, which is time-space, wherein they said that there is infinite amounts of time. Okay, there's infinite amounts of time. You can go into any timeline, past, future, whatever timeline you want to go into. You can enter into 3000 timeline, 2000 timeline. You can go back anytime you want, but the limitation is that the space is limited, because if you choose one timeline, you'll only access that space which is available in that timeline. So that's what I understood. So I hope this cleared the confusion with space-time and time-space in our spiritual community. And also what they've said is a very beautiful method which we can use during our daily life, like whenever we are working or whenever we are doing something. If you want to do this right now, you can try it with me. It's very simple. Just you don't need to close your eyes, just pay attention that there is an inner light within your mind, this consciousness, and just pay attention to that. And as it moves around in a circle, just pay attention to that inner light of consciousness. It begins to move around in a circle. Just pay attention to that over and over again, and your mind will be blank as well. So I believe this method can be used at the same time to protect us from these devices, the Orion entity's agenda, and we can stop the looking glass event as well. So I hope you understood that, what was covered in the session. And before the session ends, I want to say thank you to a friend of mine, Yugander Chalsani, who sent me this beautiful gift. It's a yoga mat, and thank you so much. I'm going to use it really well. And the other thing is, I want to say thank you to all of you for joining me on my Patreon. I share censored sessions, I share extra sessions, which many a times I cannot share on YouTube, and I also do meditations. If you want to dive in deep into ascension, then I highly suggest you join us, our community in Patreon. And the other thing is, I want to say thank you to all of you for sending me emails regarding your soul's identity, your soul name, your past life, and any other questions you may have. I will help you out whenever I get the time to do that. And also, I want to say thank you to all of you for getting the book version of my sessions, if you want to read it in a book format. And if you don't want to read it in a book format, it is also freely available as a PDF. The link is on the description. And with that being said, I want to say thank you to all of you. Until next time, enjoy this session, my friends, over here. Thank you.